So just before we start, I do want to acknowledge, so yeah, you can see I've healed up well since that scooter accident, but you can still see a little bit of the remnants from said accident. So yeah, but it's still healing very well. But yeah, just a little red. Anyway, that's what that is. Okay, so I am working on my recipes, and of course, you know, because I haven't challenged myself enough, I need to do recipes for the other siblings of Lucifer that have been named, which is in itself not just the amount of characters all at once that I'm doing, but the fact that we see so little of them, and I'm still wanting to try to do the recipes. So I'm trying to, like, every little thing that possibly food related or drink related, I'm kind of like grabbing on and holding on to. And not just food related too, but just even their personalities, trying to get out from their personalities things that I can kind of then move towards food and kind of, you know, being kind of, okay, how does that part of the personality relate to food? Even that is difficult with how little we're seeing them. So, in trying to pay close attention to all the angels, different angels, you know, picking up on those little things. So I was in the liquor store earlier today after work, and it was a liquor store I had never been in, so I decided to browse. And one of the things that was on my mind, a whiskey for Zedekiel, not top shelf, my poor budget, but, and B, you know, I'm sure other people's budget, you know, we don't all have Lucifer's funds available to us. But anyway, I did end up getting a Canadian rye whiskey, for my Zedekiel recipe, because quite frankly, I think that's top shelf anyway. Top shelf doesn't necessarily have to mean expensive, right? Anyway, so while I was there, I also was just kind of browsing, and I remembered that Jophiel mentioned 2 vodkas. So one was Grey Goose, which I am familiar with. I've heard of Grey Goose. I've drank Grey Goose before. The other one was Tito's, and I never heard of Tito's. Did not know it was even vodka until I actually came across it at the liquor store today. So here it is. So super excited. I was also, side note, totally excited to see that they support charities that bring stray dogs and give dogs homes. So that made me happy as well. So I came across this. So I wanted to try it to see what it's like, because I've never had it before. So just kind of want to see what I'm working with. It's cool. It's made with 100% corn. It looks pretty good. It looks like, it's kind of, yeah, it's won quite a few awards. So, definitely should be interesting. So, here we go. Let's see if Jophiel knew what he was talking about. Nice. Oh, there's a little bit of there's some aftertaste there, but pretty smooth. Definitely, you know, I would say mid-range vodka. I've had some definitely cheap vodkas, and I've had some local vodkas that I definitely are much smoother, but this actually really nice. Yeah, it should work well for my Jophiel recipe, which so far is the only ingredient that I have for it. But it's okay. Good. It's going to be interesting. I've got some ideas with Sarah. So one of the, you know, having her as a fan of Top Chef, that's going to be an interesting little play. Definitely going to be a little bit more challenging, a little less basic than some of my other recipes, because I think that would, you know, being the fan of Top Chef, I've got to up my game a little bit with that one. But I still want to try to keep it easy to follow, you know, nice that, you know, you don't have to be trained in the culinary arts to be able to complete it. So that'll be fun. So, but yeah, so I've got that. But right now I'm still kind of working on my God recipe, and I am also working on my Penelope Decker recipe. So that's exciting. And my God recipe will be super cool because unlike all of my other recipes, my goal with my God recipe is for every ingredient to have some sort of significance to it. Whether it's a significance, whether it's mentioned in the story, whether we see it in Lucifer, or whether it's got some connection to Christian mythology and the Christian belief of God, or whether it has some connection to my own dad, who I see some similarities with in God, in a good way. I love my dad. I'm definitely not like Lucifer and totally not, but you know, there's some similarities in that. So there'll definitely be some sort of connection in that. So that's kind of where I am on the recipes. Yeah, I just decided to do this because I wanted to. The vodka made me super curious. Tito's vodka, you know, Jofael made me want to explore some things a little bit more and kind of see. As I said, I was familiar with Grey Goose, but Tito's I did not even know that it was a vodka. So there we go. It's a vodka out of Austin, Texas, for those of you who are not familiar with that. So yeah, thank you all, and I look forward to hearing from you further for whether you have any ideas what you'd like to see, if you have any, if there's a specific food that any of the characters remind you of, especially the angel siblings. I'm really struggling with that. They're super hard. If you have any things that you'd like to see, any food you'd like to see, feel free to let me know in the comments below. So, thanks. See you guys.